I can't do that with my home machine. Oh, goodness. Next, we're going to have Nell Oliver, and Ginger Alexander nominated her. She's been quilting for over 18 years. She made a few before 2003, but she joined 2 Quilt Guilds in 2003. She's completed about 62 quilts. There are questions when you nominate someone, and I'm going to have some extra nomination forms that I'll put on the table over there after this is over. You can nominate year-round. I have 2 waiting for next year, so don't forget to do that. All you'll do is change the date to 2022. She makes machine piece, machine applique. She makes machine piece and needle turn applique, and needle turn applique of all quilt blocks. She uses wool applique, paper piece, foundation piecing, hand quilting, reverse applique, back stitch applique, use hand embroidery on applique blocks, redwork embroidery, and chenille. Art quilts using a box of melt and blend techniques to create beautiful applique designs with a dimensional hand-painted look. And each applique outlined with pearl cotton embroidery. I think I might be reading about pictures, am I? Nell is an exceptional quilter. She designs applique blocks, has a good sense of color. She plans quilts around the fabric collection and adds additional fabrics. She changes designs and purchased patterns to make quilts more interesting. She designs medallion quilts using different blocks and borders. She won Best of Show at the Old Man River Quilt Fest in 2017. First place in applique and second place in applique and hand quilting by Betty Lewis in 2016. First place applique and the National Association of Certified Judges Award at the Pine Belt Quilters Fiber and Art Quilt Show in 2018, which was machine quilted by Colleen Eskridge. I'm going to let you come talk. She's in love.
Yeah, me too. I like blueberry.
She's going to the podium, but hers is that exquisite applique back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as you go along the wall.
Okay, my quilt story is described by the letters and the words quilt. So, Q, quick to get hooked on making quilts. U, unique opportunities to meet many talented ladies, attend Quilt Guild meetings, MQA meetings, AQS quilt shows, quilt retreats, participated in national teacher workshops, Pine Belt Quilter Fiber Art shows, Old Man River Quilt Fest, Mountain Quilt Fest, Gulf State Quilt Educational Seminar, taught classes at MQA, summer gathering at on Crazy Patch and Needle Turn Applique. I is for interested in making different types of quilts using a variety of books and quilt patterns, fabric collections, and I think you've already said interested in designing medallion quilts, excuse me. Love being introduced to a quilt guild in 2003 by Nancy Henson, and prior to that I've made many quilts. So T is for techniques, and I think John has named most of those. One is Celtic applique that she did not name, so I think she's named all the rest of them. S is for special people to thank for enriching my hobby. And 1 is my husband, who never complains about the time that I spend on my quilts. And 2 for Ginger Alexander for nominating me. The edge-to-edge quilters, custom quilters that quilted my quilts, hand quilters. Glory Reeves for inviting me to attend 36 retreats. Diane ran for 19 retreats, and then she told you about the quilt that's on display back there. So the first quilt here, finally, is the Red Hills Challenge quilt. And Betty Lewis, our president, gave us a block of the month pattern. And what she did, she gave us all different sizes. And so what I did was, we had some 9-inch, 12-inch, 22, whatever. So I used border patterns to strip, you know, for my sashing. And then also I had to use a graft pattern to graft this quilt on there because it was so many different sizes, and that's the only way I knew how to do it. And then of course I did add some applique blocks, which are my favorite blocks. You know, I love applique, so anyway, that's it. And Betty and her mother, Irene Rogers, quilted the quilt for me. Okay. This quilt has Magic, Dazzle, Lemoyne Star, and it's a pattern designer by Beth Reynolds, and I think you like her too. And this was the fabric that I used. I didn't have enough to do a border, but anyway, that's what the fabric looked like. The book I used was Magic Stack and Whack Quilts, and the custom quilter was Diane Jordan. Okay, this one is Hello Medallion, and I used the Winter Green Fabric Collection by the Three Sisters, and it's paper piece. And this pattern designer is Susan Gorman, and she's probably one of my favorite pattern designers, and I've made 5 of her quilts. And this one was quilted by Lois Kinley, and she lives in Gunnersville, Alabama.
We'll show you the back of this.
Now this one was paper piece, this I think.
Hold it kind of at an angle so the light catches.
Okay. Hold what at an angle? I'm sorry.
Just push your bottom arm out a little bit and the light will catch it better.
Okay.
Both sides.
Both sides.
There you go.
That's pretty because it's different colors.
This one is Dressing Dish Garden, and the fabric collection was Kim Deal's Helping Hand, and she really has some pretty fabric collections. And I used 2 books that of hers, and one of them was Simple Harvest, and the other one is Simple Traditions. And Susie Jackson quilted this one for me.
Okay.
This one is Log Cabin in the Wool, and I wanted to learn how to wool applique, so that's what I made. And I didn't know how to get the stitches even around there without having to take them out and put them in and so forth. So what I did, I used the base stitch on the sewing machine, and then every other base stitch I did a blanket stitch, and then the base stitch was easy to come out. And what now? Custom quilted by Diane Jordan on this one.
I just didn't understand what she said.
This one is Montana Broken Star, and it was Cotton Papers is the one that, the pattern name of it, and Roxanne Helper was the designer, and it's needle turn applique and machine piece. And this is another one that Susie Jackson quilted for me.
Football.
I have some good machine custom quilters. And also some hand quilt. Some good hand quilters.
That's why you want to be tall, so you can stand up here and look at the back of the quilt too.
It's like the back, it's like, look at the back.
Okay, this one is another one of Susan Gorman's patterns, and this is paper pieced and needle turn. And the name of this one is the Coxcomb Medallion. And Diane Jordan quilted this one for me. I just like to make the tops and not the, it takes too much time to quilt, so that's why I get other people to do my quilting. Plus I can do that custom quilting anyway. Okay, this is the last one. It's the Oliver's Place in the Country is what I named it. And I bought the pattern on the first bus tour. And our tour guide was Cindy Allgood. And Carolyn Emerson was on that tour with me, and so she was my personal shopper. So we had fun shopping together, buying fabric for this one.
Wait, I want to get a special picture of that one. I hadn't seen it done since you did it.
And Lois Kinley from Gunnersville looked at it. And its designer is Susan Weir.
Wait a minute, we're showing the back.
Where did you buy that?
I can't remember the little quilt shop, but it was that first quilt store that I went to use. And it was, I just love that quilt. Of course, it's machine applique on it. And I kind of like machine applique. It goes a lot faster than needle.
Tell us about Grandmother's Country Quilt that's going to be in the Ag Museum. How you got the pattern? Tell us about that.
Okay, it's well, that's the name of the pattern. Grandmother's Country Kit 2, I think is the name of it. And it's applique blocks, and it's pieced with little squares. You know, that's the stashing around it. And then it has some piece blocks also, but it's several applique blocks in it.
What was the name of the man? Wasn't it a man put out that design? Am I wrong?
Let's see, what is his name? Well, you know, I'm having my senior moment, so I can't remember. Calhoun, I think. I think it's Calhoun or Callahan, maybe.
Callahan, yes. Because I remember hearing about Callahan patterns when I was a new quilter. And I thought, I'd never seen one to know it was his until I saw yours.
Callahan is who it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.